Hi everyone, sorry for the technical troubles there. Hopefully it's going to work this time. We are here today with Sergei Beloglazov. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
So Sergei is a six-time world champion, two-time Olympic champion for the Soviet Union. And he is currently in Winnipeg, Manitoba, hosting a clinic at the University of Winnipeg with head coach Adrian Bruce. I know you're a couple days into it already. There's still a couple days left. Could you just kind of let everyone know what they can expect at a Sergei Beloglazov clinic? It's a full week. You know, there's lots to learn. What can they expect?
I try to give it to these wrestlers more information as possible, especially I try to share my experience with technical skills. So because we have different systems from school like Canada, United States, and Russia, but I think it will be good if we share our experience. And that's the reason I'm coming here. Adrian asked me to come, and I'm here. So, and I have a plan for this camp. Like, I want to explain, like, mostly how we drill in Russia, what's the differences between us, and like a training process, and improve, like, because wrestlers here very young. Most of them very young. They have not got good experience, but still wanna wrestle, still wanna learn. That's why I'm here.
Absolutely. So you just mentioned a lot of the people at the camp are pretty young, and here in Canada we're kind of starting to look at developing a development system. We have a development coach, Tanya Verbeek, whose job is to kind of oversee the young wrestlers. In your opinion, what are some of the things that younger wrestlers should be doing? Like perhaps cadet or younger, moving into junior, how should they be training differently? And even what you're seeing there in Winnipeg, is there anything that you think Canadians could change?
That's a kind of good question, because I try to show like a different technique maybe they never see before, and we can talk and discuss, what's kind all about. But also rules has changed, wrestling rules change, and like it seems to me now another generation coming to wrestling, and they sometimes forget what the old rules was, and we have to explain like a strategy how nowadays, because rules change very quickly, so what the strategy will be right now, how we change, because if rule change, so we have to change training process too, in order to be successful, because it's very important. It's connected. So strategy, and maybe, and especially parterre position. We didn't have recent rules was previous rules was we did not appreciate the parterre ground wrestling, but now it's become more important. So I would like to spend time here in this area, because it's very important right now. If you be successful parterre top, so it can be a good chance to win competition.
Perfect. So you did mention this a little earlier too. The different styles between countries. You have what we would refer to here as the Russian system. There's the other common one is the American system, and both can work, right? There's world champs from both. What defines the Russian system? Like what is the Russian system, and how does it differ from the others?
First of all, we didn't have like a scholastic style like in the United States. We have freestyle only, so we didn't wrestle like college between college. We didn't have like NCAA do competition here. But same time, we have very similar from Canada. We have club system, so club wrestle against club, and we have nationals. Also, club wrestlers represent club and nationals. But same time, coaching approach a little bit different. So we have club, but we selected very early talent guys. We have like people who looking for talent to bring him to better coaching, like a better high level coaching, and that's why probably also Russia have more than any other country Olympic champions and world champions. These guys always share experience with young wrestlers, and even but unfortunately right now we see the London In London, we have only one gold medal. Atar Sultanov, 55, one gold medal in freestyle, only one. So it's not means we go down. We just another generation coming. So national team completely changed now, and we try to every 4 years to bring new guys to national team in order to make competition inside country. It's very important. If we have very strong competition, like a nationals, very strong. So this is we don't want to all names all the time, year after year, same champions. We want new faces. We need new blood, wrestlers and coaches too. So young coaches coming, if not experienced, but they start working. Old school coaches, like, we also try to talk with them and see why. Again, what's the same question we ask him? Why Soviet Union was so successful right now? Soviet Union not exist anymore. We have lots of different republics, but we still practice together. Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Turkmenistan, all these countries, we get together. We still practice together. That means we have very good sparring partner. We have very strong camps. It's like our camps, like international competition. We have sparring. Nobody want to lose, so everybody fights. So it's like world championships, but Europe championships, but no crowd. We wrestle every day, but we have sparring. That makes us better because we always share experience. And I tell you more even, Azerbaijan also wrestlers from Yakutia, so like from the other Armenia, they have their own style. So this all help us to be like in top of it in the world right now and before. I think that's what the difference is. We bring together and we share technique too. Ukraine have couple guys very bright. Armenia have couple guys. Georgia. So we practice together. We teach each other. We always like this.
So the past couple of years, we've kind of seen the reemergence of Iran. They've been taking some team titles. Do you think that has to do with this turnaround? As you said, there's a lot of young guys in Russia. Do you see Russia looking towards 2016 as when they're going to kind of take it back?
I hope so. We hope so. We have very strong junior team right now. Some guys are very bright, but we don't want to talk about Olympics as too early. I just want to. I see like these guys, and young one and junior. I was recently Russian junior national championships, and I see these guys. So we have so bright. What we don't want to give is, oh, you will be Olympian. No, this is Russian selection system is different than probably anybody else. We try to keep these guys until they win like a junior after World Cup, maybe senior, and we try to keep them staying focused. But main goal is Olympic Games. So this, whatever they do, it's Olympic Games. And all I asked him, everybody said, I want to be Olympic champion. This is, I want to see the dream. If you have dream, you try to come this dream true. So these guys work very hard right now. You never heard even these names, but I'm sure that will be our future Olympians. Because look at Tsargush. Denis Tsargush, 3-time world champion. Yeah, he won national champion this year again, but very difficult. It wasn't easy for him. Very young guys, very close to him. Atar Sultanov, Olympic champion, even not placed in top 3. He didn't place. He didn't have medal. That's what's all about our nationals. It's unexpected sometimes. Guys coming very new. They don't know the name. But they win nationals, they get national medal. So, and that means our tradition can continue. We're looking for bright wrestlers for next Olympics.
All right, so you're setting the goals high. Every wrestler has that goal.
Absolutely, there's always like this.
Okay, so this is actually a question from one of our fans. Obviously, you're a world-class competitor, multiple-time world champion. What exactly is the transition from world-class competitor to world-class coach? Is it a difficult transition? Is it something some people just can't do? Is it something unique to the individual? How did you go about doing it?
Okay, I always, but not everybody thinking Olympic champions even. They think, okay, I win Olympics, and now some guys want to be politician like Khadartsev, Fadzaev. They parliament member. They once they just after they retired wrestling, they go like try something else. But I always think in myself, I want to be national team coach after I retired. That's what happened. And not many wrestlers like this, by the way. Some just go do business, some do something else. But this kind very harmful for our wrestling. But again, best experience I get in national team because we have like a big difference between coaches. One coach can be 8 years old. He work in national team like Mediashvili, and I'm coming to coach that I was like 24 years old. I mean 34, right after Olympics, in '88. I come to national team. I'm a wrestler, but I see I learn a lot. Little by little, I see that how we select team, how we like a coaching approach, how to even how to deal with the wrestlers. Because our team is different. You just think sometimes you line up and see that one line like 75 people. From these 75, maybe 15 and Olympic champion, another 30 world champion and Europe champion. It's very high level. You have to deal with these guys. You cannot show like technique which doesn't work. You have to be. It's a big pressure, by the way, be the coach national Russian team. It's a big pressure. You have lots of responsibilities there. So Saiti was there, Taimazov was there in national team before. These guys, you see the front of them coaches, very great experience. No strangers there, our national team. No strangers. Everybody have very good background. Okay? These coaches wrestle. These coaches have spent at least 20 years in national team. It's like 8 people. It's only 8 people. So we all together, we work as a team. So coaching team. So when we select our like a best guy. Our national champion, that not means he go world championships or Olympic games. Not right away. We select a guy for psychologically stable for 4 years. The Olympic games are a little bit different competition than world championships. That's why I want a stable guy psychologically. This guy can win Olympics. Not like you win the nationals and you go Olympics. We have the experience too, but our selection different. So in these 8 coaches who are responsible for national team, so they select a guy who will be very stable psychologically. 4 years, we see how he wrestle. 4 years, there's not only one nationals and go Olympics. That's what all about. And we work together as a coaching team.
Perfect. And now I know you've coached abroad quite a bit. I'm pretty sure you were in Singapore for a couple years. Well, how does that experience in Russia translate to other countries? Is there things you tried to implement in other countries? Is it a little more difficult? Because as you said, the support system in Russia is a lot different than it would be in some of these smaller nations.
Right.
What are some things that are really easy to bring to the other countries, and what are some things that are too difficult?
Singapore, speaking about Singapore, my friend Mike Dinoma, who was president of Wrestling Federation Singapore, so invite me there in Singapore. He tried to open like a field of wrestling center in Singapore in order to coach, mostly coaches, not even wrestlers. But we start wrestling in Singapore from scratch. Mike Dinova did a good job, and I coming there because he invited me there, and he idea was great. He tried to open like East Asia center, and we did good job there. I think I proud myself when I worked in Singapore for like 4 years almost. So and now in Singapore wrestling exists. So now we like coaches from Philippines, from Australia, from New Zealand coming there, from like Vietnam, Indonesia. We help them to I teach them the technique. I talk about Russian school. I talk about wrestling generally, and these coaches coming and we have good kind of time there, and we share experience. And now Vietnam go a little bit up. Singapore still, wrestlers who wrestle there, like New Zealand, Australia was wrestling there before, but now they coming. We have like a camp together. I think it's great. But Singapore have no wrestling at all before Mike Dinoma started this center. And Rafi Martinetti, the former president FILA, he helped us. He was there. He gave us ideas. So bring coaches, and give it. We just teach coaches and give them certificate. Now I think I'm proud what we did there. From nothing, we have now Singapore team. We have coaching there, and that's another country member FILA, Singapore. They're working right now. They love wrestling, and they go little by little, but it takes time.
Perfect. So you did touch on this a little bit. I was just wondering if you could give your thoughts on the current rules. You know, we just had the big rule change last year. And maybe, is there anything that you would still like to see added or changed, or?
I think, in my opinion, Phil right now going to right directions. But I don't like this 30-second passivity call, which I think we should change. Because this 30-second passivity call means nothing. We just, just steal time from wrestlers. Because after passivity call, one guy just stop and do nothing, and for this doing nothing, he received 1 point. Yeah. I see the statistics. It's not close. I mean, better just remain this 30-second. Give it, if one guy passive, give it a passivity call right away. Don't just give it a warning. And too many whistle right now. Mm-hmm. So referee have time power in his hands, but it's not supposed to be. The referee just say 2, 3, whatever. Wrestler is supposed to be wrestled, but referee now can change match wherever he wants, which way he wants that. But I don't think it's good. But now wrestling more exciting than before. I have to admit, this is rules much better, but some changes, especially like 30-second passivity.
Perfect. So just a couple questions from some more fans that I got. Right now, you've been a role model for so many wrestlers coming up the past couple decades. People are wondering, who did you look up to when you were growing up? And even then, who are some of your favorite wrestlers right now to watch, internationally or in Russia, wherever? Okay,
right now, I just enjoy wrestling right now, but I didn't see anybody who just I want to say, oh, he's just a bright, unusual technique. For me, I can't not criticize the wrestlers right now, but I want to see an Olympic Games somebody unusual. But so far I didn't see. But in my experience, when I was national team member, we have names like Yurigin, Tidiashvili, Yumin, Alakhverdiyev, Dmitriev. We have Pinigin. We have lots of guys who was very bright and very unusual. And I grew up with these guys, so I learned from them a lot. You know, how to work hard, how to be like, discipline. You know, how to. I never miss any single practice in my life. So that means I'm a little bit like I come from old school wrestling, old school I can say. That's why right now, yeah, we have some like guys, some good guys from United States like Baros. From Russia we have like Katar Sultanov, Tsargush. From Turkey we have some young bright wrestlers. But so far I didn't see who can. I just watch wrestling, but again, I didn't see that. I cannot mention name right now. Said, well, this guy, I like it. He's very unusual. So far, I like Olympic champion 66 kilo from Japan. He is very unusual guy, but unfortunately he won Olympics, and now I never see him after Olympics. London. I didn't see him in the World Championships. He just disappeared. Unfortunately, but for me, indication if you win Olympics and after Olympics, you World Championships, you win next and next. So, but now, guys, Olympic champions wrestle like a 1-2 competition 1 year. We didn't see them, unfortunately. Yeah, Baros, that's a good example. He wrestled 8-7 competition 1 year. That's making very stable right now.
On that note, if you look back into the 70s and 80s, there were more guys winning multiple world titles in a row consecutively. You don't see that as much anymore. Burroughs is kind of the one big example. He's been able to string together some wins. What do you think the main reason for that is? Do you think it's because you're starting to see Russian wrestlers move out of Russia to other places? Is it just the talent's getting better?
No, I don't think it's the reason. The reason I think, we just recently talked about this in Russian Wrestling Federation, because our guys after Olympics didn't wrestle like a next year. They take a break like 2 years. Everybody who was an Olympian just take break 2 years, and after start wrestle again. I don't think it's a good idea. I never have a break. Right after Olympics, I have 1 week break in wrestle competition, or 2 weeks. It's not. And for me, it's like I forget. I win Olympics, I forget what was yesterday. New life start tomorrow after Olympics. You have medal, but now what you have to go ahead. So, and I wrestle 7 competition one year minimum. But now look at the Olympian wrestle 2-3 competition one year, except bars. He wrestle a lot. I think it's good.
Awesome. Okay, just a couple final questions here from the fans. Is there a certain match or event that stands out to you as one of the highlights of your career? Maybe a turning point, like your first world title. What stands out in your mind as maybe your best day on the mat?
Yes, 1979 in San Diego World Championships. In final, I wrestled against Tomiyama from Japan. He's a very good friend of mine. And we wrestle each other. Yeah, my first World Championships. Of course I want to win, but unfortunately, referee just screwed up this match. So I lose my first World Championships. And it was 1979. In 1980, I won Tomiyama coming to Olympics, but Tomiyama didn't show up. So they boycott Japan. So I wrestle, I win Olympics. And after another 3 World Championships, I wrestle with Tomiyama. But my always much like I remember it, I wrestled my last match, my last Olympics, 1988 against Askari Mohammedian, Iran. So we wrestled final. I wanna win and retired. I don't know if I retired if I lose. Okay, I was 32 years old this time. And I think if I lose, I want to go again. But 32 is a little bit old for this way, 57 kilo. This weight class is very tough to wrestle after 30. So I was 32, I retired. But I remember this match. Last year, we get together all these 57 kilo wrestlers from Kim from Korea, North Korea, Iran, Mohammedi Askari, and me, Mongolian culture. We went to Mongolia together, like all 57 kilogram. We wrestle each other long time, and we get together. We have good time there, and we talk about, and we again talk about this match in 1988 and Seoul Olympics final with Askari Mohammedian. So, and was very good match. He felt pressure, I feel pressure, and I remember. But he won. He also wrestled with John Smith next Olympics in final again, 1992 in Barcelona. He wrestled with John Smith, but 62 kilo, and that's emphasize. He was very stable. I won this match, but match was very tough and very close. Yeah.
Excellent. Just in closing here, tomorrow I've understood that you're going to be on television in the morning, Global TV in Winnipeg. So if you're in Manitoba, check that out. Sergei Beloglazov making his television debut in Winnipeg. A couple other things. You still have a couple days left in your camp there in Winnipeg. I hope that goes well. I hope everyone enjoys it. I would highly recommend, if you didn't make it to this camp, hopefully we'll see you again in the future. Keep your eyes out for Sergei Beloglazov camps anywhere in North America. I wish I could have been there myself. Unfortunately, I just moved and just couldn't throw it into the schedule. Enjoy the rest of your time in Canada, and thank you very much for talking to us, and I hope to do it again.
Thank you very much, Eddie. Yeah, I would look forward to see you here, and I just have a chance to tell Adrian, just thank you very much for bringing me here. I think Winnipeg is a good place for National Canadian Wrestling Camp. I hope next year we get together. Camp will be bigger, and maybe my brother coming with me. This will be wonderful if we go together.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it. Hopefully we can make that happen.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for watching. This is Andy Ross from 49 North Wrestling signing off. Hopefully we can do this more often. And have a good day, Sergei.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.